Addition and subtraction of fractions. Here we use the sutra Urdhva Tiryag Bhyam, vertically and crosswise. Addition of fractions. Fractions can be added when the denominators are the same. For example, 2/9 add 3/9 equals 5/9. What happens when they are not the same? So in this example, 1/3 add 2/5, well, we can make the denominators the same by multiplying up each fraction by a suitable multiple, and we look for the lowest common multiple of 3 and 5, namely 15, and so we change both the fractions into 15ths by suitably multiplying. So 1/3 becomes 5/15 by multiplying 1 and 3 by 5, and 2/5 becomes 6/15 by multiplying 2 and 5 by 3. And then we can have this as a single fraction, 5 plus 6 over 15, which gives 11/15. But if we have a look to see where the 5 and the 6 come from, this 5 comes from multiplying 1 by 5, which is this cross product. And then we look at where the 6 comes from. It comes from multiplying 2 by 3, which is this cross product. And if we look where the 15 comes from, it comes from multiplying 3 and 5 together. And the result is 11/15. Well, this cross multiplication gives us a quick way to add fractions together using vertical and crosswise. Here's another example, 2/5 add 4/9. We cross multiply 2 and 9, giving 18, and 4 and 5, giving 20, and then add 18 and 20 to give 38, and this is the numerator in the answer. We then simply multiply the two denominators together. 5 times 9 is 45, and this is the denominator. Here's another example, 4/5 add 2/3. Cross multiply and add. 4 3s are 12, 2 5s are 10, 12 add 10 is 22, and 5 times 3 is 15. Then we have 22 over 15. But this is an improper fraction, it's top heavy. So we divide 15 into 22, which gives 1 remainder 7, and so as a mixed number, this is 1 and 7/15. Practice these, stop the video and work through these examples. Okay, now I'll show the answers. Addition with composite denominators. Two numbers are coprime if their highest common factor is 1, and in all the previous examples, the highest common factor of the denominators was 1, so those were coprime denominators. Example, 4 and 9 are coprime. 4 and 6 are not coprime because their highest common factor is 2. So 4 and 6 are called composite. Example, 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6. If we cross multiply, we get 6 add 4 makes 10, and the denominator is 4 times 6 is 24. But this fraction will need simplifying. 10 over 24 becomes 5 over 12. Here's another example. Becomes 5 over 12. But here's another method to simplify the fraction so that we can get the answer in one go. We take the highest common factor of the denominators, namely 2, and write that down, and divide the denominators by that factor. 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then we use these two new denominators in the cross addition. 1 times 3 plus 1 times 2 is 5. And multiply all three of the numbers. 2 times 2 times 3 gives 12. And so the answer is 5/12. Here's another example. 3 over 8 plus 5 over 12. If we just did the cross multiplication and addition, we would have 5 times 8 is 40, plus 3 times 12, 36, giving 76. And the denominator would be 8 times 12 is 96. So we would have 76 over 96. But then we would need to simplify this fraction by dividing the numerator and denominator by 4. And that would give 19 over 24. However, if we take out the highest common factor of 8 and 12, then we can avoid the simplification at the end. So we could write down 4, and 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So we use now these two new denominators, 3 and 2. 3 times 3 is 9, 5 times 2 is 10, 10 add 9 is 19, and then multiply the all the numbers at the bottom together to give 4 times 2 times 3 is 24. So the answer is 19 over 24. It is possible when using this method for the final answer to need a little bit of further simplification, and that may arise from time to time. Practice this method with these. Okay, now I'll show the answers. Now let's move on to subtracting fractions. The same method applies, but we subtract the subdiagonal from the leading diagonal. Here is an example. 2/3 minus 3/5. The leading diagonal is 2 times 5, gives 10. The subdiagonal is 3 times 3 is 9, and we subtract that. So the numerator is 10 minus 9, which will give 1, and the denominator, as before, is 3 times 5, 15, and so we have 1/15. Have a go with these examples and stop the video before I show the answers. Okay, now here are the answers. Now we'll look at subtracting with composite denominators. Example 5/6 minus 2/9. The highest common factor of 6 and 9 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. And now we cross multiply. 5 times 3 is 15, 2 times 2 is 4, so 15 minus 4 gives 11, and then multiply the three numbers at the bottom together. 3 times 2 times 3 is 18, and so the answer is 11 over 18. Another example, 7 over 25 minus 4 over 15. Here the highest common factor of the denominators is 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5, 15 divided by 5 is 3. Cross multiply and subtract. 7 3s are 21, 4 5s are 20, 21 minus 20 is 1, and then multiply for the denominator. 5 times 5 times 3 is 75, and we have 1 over 75. Stop the video and have a go at these. Okay, now I'll show the answers. So vertically and crosswise here gives us a fast way of adding and subtracting fractions.